Good morning, Digit fam. Adam Dowd here with another zooming fast update of tech and tomfoolery. And happy Mottertag, aka Father's Day, to my German homies today. Apparently in Germany, men are given the day to wander the streets drinking beer and getting sunburnt. And now that I think about it, I'll be in New Orleans on Father's Day here in America, and I'll probably be wandering the streets drinking beer and getting sunburnt. So tip one back for me, my German homies, because it's your day today, May 30th, 2019, and this is your Digit Daily. When you think about tech and living on the bleeding edge, Ferrari isn't really a name that instantly jumps to mind. Granted, I'm not a car guy, and I'm sure Ferrari is on the bleeding edge of car tech when it comes to going fast and coaxing billionaire playboys out of their money. But electric vehicles? I did not see that one coming. But here we are with the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. This is the 986 bhp all-wheel drive beast, capable of 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. What isn't clear is if that's medically safe. I mean, Jesus, dude. But here's the Digit Daily part. This car also comes with a lithium-ion battery pack that allows the car to travel up to 16 miles or 25 kilometers in silent mode. That's right, Ferraris and Priuses finally have something in common. Plus, the electric motors will help you stop and start the car, saving you a bit on gas as well. Of course, as is the theme for this week, there is no word yet on pricing or availability. Overall, it's pretty neat that even Ferrari is getting into the EV game. Of course, you won't go on a road trip with this car, so this definitely falls into the hybrid category. But even so, now rich people can start caring about the environment as well, even if it is for just one of the 16 gas guzzlers they have stored in their garage. And that's a win, I think. And Ferrari, if you're looking for tech publications to take a test drive, you got my number, boo. And speaking of ambitious dreams that would make me deliriously happy, let's head on over into the roundup! Apple put up a whole website on apple.com explaining how it's not anti-competitive because there are so many other services that compete with Apple's stuff. For example, for messaging, you've got WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and Snapchat, and Slack, but Apple still doesn't allow you to set any other app as a default app aside from Apple's services. Just existing doesn't count as competition, Apple. Apple also sets rules in place that prohibit apps from directing users to places where they can actually sign up for services. In the example of Netflix, Apple doesn't allow Netflix to tell users to go to netflix.com to sign up. As The Verge puts it, quote, Apple puts rules in place, but the rules say that you can't explain the rules to your users. It's messed up, and yes, one benefit of the App Store is that on balance, people's devices are safer than Android's. But it doesn't change the fact that Apple has cornered the market on apps and puts as many roadblocks as it can in the way of other apps actually being able to compete. In 2021, 5G will take to the skies as Gogo announced it will start using 5G beamforming technology to get airplane Wi-Fi from the ground as opposed to satellites, which means that airplane Wi-Fi might not actually suck. Folks, my advice is just plan ahead and download a couple of movies the night before. And of course, not by 2021 of course, but maybe not too long after, we'll have Starlink satellites to connect to as well. So there's that. Android Authority asked the question, is the Pixel 3a what the Google Pixel should have been from the start? And the answer is yes. I don't know what the article says. I didn't get past the headline. Gamers love their custom computer cases, and that is certainly the case, no pun intended, at Computex. From the Game of Thrones Iron Throne case to a working beer dispenser case, custom cases abound at Computex and pack some pretty sweet specs besides. My favorite is the Time Traveler, which is a steampunk-looking chest of drawers that house the PC components. Really neat stuff. Hit up the link in the show notes to check it out. Google Maps will start showing users fixed and mobile radar locations and speed limits in the app, a feature borrowed from Google's other mapping app, Waze. Putting aside the fact that Google owns two competing navigation apps, this is a long overdue feature, and as Engadget points out, Google Maps is a pretty bare-bones app to begin with, and why the hell does everyone use it anyway? Amazon cares about your privacy. No, it doesn't. It cares so much, no, it doesn't, that it allows you to delete your recordings with your voice, but only some. You can simply say, Alexa, delete everything I said today, and as long as you've opted in, Alexa will go ahead and delete everything you said on this calendar day. Just remember to tell Alexa to turn off the lights every night and then delete everything you said today, and you'll be as private as a private's privates. Except the option to enable this feature is buried 4 menus deep inside the Alexa app, and you can only delete recordings for the day, and it's not even a 24-hour period, it's just that calendar day, and the transcriptions will still be kept, and Amazon really cares about your privacy. No, it doesn't. Uber will now start banning riders who drop below a certain threshold, and that's kind of a big deal. I mean, this is basically a permaban from the world's largest ride-sharing service that isn't a bus or train. According to Uber, riders will get tips on how to improve their ratings, like not slamming doors or leaving garbage behind. You know, not being a dick, basically. They'll also get several warnings before getting banned, but once you're banned, you'll need to dust off your bus pass just like a commoner. I flew the Millennium Falcon and it was good, reads the headline of a TechCrunch article, and seriously, dude, it was good? Dude, you're flying the Millennium Falcon. Sex is good. Pizza is good. Rum is good. Actually, rum is pretty great. But anyway, flying the Millennium Falcon must be mind-blowingly awesome. Points for writing the article, man, but wow, you are totally underselling it. The Navy has a UFO problem, like an actual unidentified flying object problem. As in, they keep running into UFOs. Jalopnik has broken down everything we know about these unidentified aircraft, and as you might expect, we're largely left with more questions than answers. Are these ET? Honestly, probably not. But if not, that means that humans are capable of some really advanced engineering not previously thought possible, which, if I'm totally honest, is a little more scary than the thought of ET. And finally, and I'm not sure why this is a surprise, but Slate describes the ongoing battleground that is Donald Trump's Wikipedia page. And it's not what you're expecting, or at least it's not what I was expecting. Look, I don't like the guy, but I have better things to do with my time than to try to slip in a jerkwad edit on the dude's Wikipedia page, and fortunately, the internet mostly agrees with me. The debate, or battle as Slate puts it, mainly occurs over just what to include on the Wikipedia page in the first place. For example, the Helsinki summit from last year, where the president said he saw no reason why Putin would have interfered with the election, despite, the mountain of evidence and the neon sign saying he did it, pointing at Putin's head. But, whatever. Also, how these entries are worded can come under intense debate. Is populist a better word than nationalist? I'd go with xenophobic myself, but this is why I'm not an editor, and to a certain extent, I agree that words matter. Words matter very much, and as a writer and podcaster, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that. But at the same time, I find the debate itself fascinating, and I think you will too. Hit up the link in the show notes, and enjoy the rabbit hole ride. So that is going to do it for today's Digit Daily. If you'd like to learn more about any of these stories, check out the links in the show notes and subscribe to our daily newsletter at digit.com. And if you like what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and don't forget to tell your friends about digitdailypod.com. Once again, I'm Adam Dowd, Dead Technology on Twitter, and we'll talk again tomorrow.